Welcome again to my meditation center in the Korean mountains. And it's lovely. You can really feel last couple days how fall is in the air and a new season is starting. And these transitional seasons really always excite me because they really mark a new era. It's really like transitions in the air and a new season is starting, and that's really what I've been feeling like when I get up for the 4 a.m. morning meditations that we do here. I look up and I see the moon sometimes, and these last couple days I've been really feeling like, oh, this is a fall moon and that is beautiful. And not just a normal moon, but a fall moon. And we've had lots of beautiful foggy mornings. I love it. It's really great. You can kind of retreat and be more introspective and have more time for personal art. It's just exciting. My time at the meditation center was so beautiful and I got really lucky. This is a volunteering work. I work 5 hours a day or 3 hours a day, and for that I get to basically stay and live here and eat and do meditations and learn from the teachers. It's really, really lovely. A friend of mine, one of the sunims, the monks here, that I really, really liked, she speaks a little bit of German, so I bonded with her over that. A little bit of German. She speaks really good German, actually. She grew up in Vienna. And anyways, I did a drawing for her, which I love doing on the trip. I love doing little tiny illustrations for people, like just simple ones, not a lot of work, but just a lot of love. Put that in there and gift it to them, and it's a really fun way for me to connect to people. And I love the idea that different people that I love all across the globe have little drawings of me, and it's kind of like a connection that we have, then I feel. So I did that for her, a little drawing, when I found out that she was leaving. And one of the sunims here saw the drawing, my teacher actually. She gave me basically the offer of, instead of doing the work that I usually do here, which is more like farming and cleaning and laundry, which I love doing anyways, she was like, why don't you illustrate this book for me? They have this meditation manual that they give all foreigners upon arrival. Let me not spill my coffee. There, like a little manual explaining meditations and techniques, sitting and stuff, and it's really cute. I really like it. They're like little drawings and they're like this, but she would like them redone a little bit in my style. So basically what she asked me to do is to take every single one of these drawings in here and do a version in my own style for it. And man, that's so exciting. That's such a dream. It gives me the opportunity to marry art, meditation, and being in South Korea, which is amazing because I really saw the fruits of seeds I planted years ago. 5-6 years ago, I started becoming interested in Korean culture through my Korean classmates and Korean language. I started learning the Korean language a tiny bit, and that was 6 years ago. And then 5 years ago, I started meditating, and just a year ago, I started really leaning into drawing for enjoyment, for fun, heartfelt art that came from me and not just art as a product. And now here with this illustration gig, all of these 3 things came together. Anyways, it makes me just feel like whatever we do, whatever we're generally excited about, if you find a way to stick with it consistently, even if it's just a little bit every day, it can really impact our life and really, really give us agency over where we go with our heart and our visions and our creativity and our goals in life. So it's super encouraging and empowering to do this for me. I also wanted to mention this illustration gig that I got. I did it for free, which normally I don't recommend anyone doing. I don't think anyone should ever work for free. Your art is worth something always. Your time is worth something always. And I know from my own experience that if you feel like your work isn't compensated enough or valued enough, the quality of your work will go down and your own self-respect will go down. And also you push down the quality and the value of art in a whole, for all the other artists too. So we have a responsibility for us and for everyone else to put a fair price onto our art, not just for us, but for all the other artists as well. So I'm actually a strong believer of that. still in this case, because I got compensated in really good nourishing food that people planted here themselves and harvested themselves on these organic farms, a room that I felt safe in, a private room where I was alone and could relax, and meditation classes and all this wisdom on Buddhism. I got to meet with the nun every day, and we went over the illustrations, and she explained things about Buddhism, about her own practice, about her own journey with meditation to me, and that is invaluable to me. So even though I didn't get paid in money in this case, I felt like my work was valued still, and I was getting something for it, and that's what it comes down to. I believe that, plus this meditation center here, they don't make money, they're all donation based. People can come here and meditate for free, which is kind of rare, because they really believe that meditation is something that can benefit anyone, and people really want to learn it need a lot of time. If you have to spend, I don't know, $60 a night like you normally do with temple stays, it can really rush your practice and get you in the wrong mindset. So for all those reasons, I thought it was okay to work as an illustrator for free, and this is also, I feel like, a beautiful opportunity that life gives me to kind of transition away from animation and into the illustration world potentially, which is something that I was thinking about anyways, since the animation world is still on fire. I think maybe leaning more towards the not so much production oriented but more heart oriented industry is a smart move anyways, and I think illustration seems like a safer bet for me there. So yeah, for all those reasons, I thought it was okay to work on it for free. I got a free portfolio project out of it basically, and get to really lean and practice into doing heartfelt art. Because my volunteering time here at the temple is limited, I only had like 2 weeks to finish it basically. So I don't know if that's really doable, but I will try, and it was so doable. I don't know. Of course, the illustrations, the ideas are already there. I just basically need to take them and make them my own a little bit. So that obviously took a lot of the thinking process away, but still I was surprised at how easy and flowy it was with just such little work, like such little time to work on it. Like I didn't feel like I was rushing, I didn't feel like I was stressing, it was just kind of flowing out, and it really went well with my schedule of meditating every day. Like I did these 10 days intensive meditation retreats where I really gave myself the time to meditate for at least 5 hours, sometimes even up to 8 hours every day, and still I had the time to sit down and draw and put what I learned about meditation into the illustrations about meditation, which was really nice. So I would love to show you guys what I did, what I worked on. Like, since this isn't an official publisher, since this isn't NDA or anything, I can just show you the drawings that I did, which is lovely. It's all really just super makeshift in my sketchbook, because I did not expect that I was gonna get to be illustrating on this trip, so I didn't have any like of my professional setup with me. So which is kind of fun. I kind of just illustrated the book in the last couple pages of my sketchbook. Yeah, I just did it with my pencil and watercolors, and just not a lot of exploring, designing, just taking what's in my soul and pouring it out, and it worked. I feel like I'm really, really happy with the drawings, which is lovely. So I'd love to show you what it looks like. So first up, this is all the visitive I did. She was like, I would like some illustrations of this temple. So I came up with this character, which is kind of my go-to character. Some really quick studies of the Buddha and the meditation house, some really quick turnaround to the character. And then I just got into illustrating, which is a lot of very technical stuff, like in the beginning, like the seated kid posture, half lotus and full lotus position, how to sit more comfortably, and then a little illustration for the very first pages of the Buddha sitting in a lotus flower, which is great because I've been drawing lotus leaves and flowers for my entire trip, so it's kind of a very beautiful full circle moment. Oh, there's a butterfly. Ah, cute. Anyways, it was still about the seated positions. This is about the cushions being too high, the cushions being too soft or too hard, just anything that can make meditation distracting. And it's really fun to be like incorporating some of the shapes, like the shapes and design rules that I learned in animation. Like if it's hard and rigid, let me make this angular and make it straighter, whereas if it's soft, let me give it a more rounded, flowy shapes and stuff. Just fun things like that. This one I don't think we're going to use. These are just some notes and stuff. I'm not really happy with this one. These ones are talking more about the breath. There's some examples that help people meditating, experiencing, imagining the breath as like a saw blade in a piece of wood, and you just focusing on this one point. Here is this is the area of breath where you're supposed to focus, in the kind of breath work that we do at this meditation center, which is called anapanasati, meaning ana being breath in, pana breath out, and sati is just awareness, so just the awareness of the breath in and breath out. This is based on actually the temple up that hill. This one I thought was fun to do, a very children's book illustration, very playful. And this dog is kind of the example of like the mind. The dog is supposed to be the mind, and this is supposed to be your meditation object, so what you focus on, the breath, and the leash is the awareness. So in the beginning the mind will go crazy and stuff, but eventually hopefully the mind will just stick and hang around the meditation object and stuff. But this is how it feels in the beginning. And again, animation helping a lot, just like doing expressions and pushing it and stuff. And I'm really glad they let me have so much fun with this and be so playful. So it's really fun for me. Then that was interesting. During my silent meditation, I didn't go on any devices, any screens at all, so I couldn't look up references at all for this. So I had to actually ask the Buddhist nuns to like show me a picture of all traditional Korean guards costumes and do like really quick sketches of that during our meeting. So this is not the best sketch, but I needed this for this illustration, where basically this is another example, another image of like, these are all the breaths, and this is the nostril. This is Korean for nostril here, and I'm supposed to only focus on the breath around the nostril area and not like the breath going in, breath going out. These are all the distractions that can come up if you have like resentful feelings or cravings. This was so fun to do. A lot of the Korean nuns liked this one, which made me very happy, because these are just all the Korean foods that I like eating. These are Korean dumplings, bibimbap, coffee, patbingsu, which is shaved ice with red beans on top. Kimbap, mulnaengmyeon is my favorite Korean food. These are ice cold buckwheat noodles, chicken, and hot dog, which is just sweet, greasy rice cakes that they sell here on the streets. Oh, I love them so much. Just my love for Korean food, and Koreans also love food, so this is, I think, a favorite of everyone, which is really nice. It made me very happy that I could express my love for Korean food in one big illustration. This is just about, being a tightrope and a balance while meditating, a balancing act. And this one that you don't have to apply a lot of effort. It's not hard to meditate. You don't have to like tense up. It's symbolized by this like tiny plant just trying to lift really, really hard and just applying way too much effort, when being with your breath quietly and calmly is enough, actually. This one is explaining the walking meditation a little bit. Here is another couple challenges while meditating, which can be tiredness or laziness, and remorse and regret. Is this one just again, lots of fun to pour like emotions into these, and actual like feelings that I'm feeling and experiencing while meditating. This one is about watching your breath with your heart as opposed to like your eyes. And this one's about doubtful thoughts while meditating, being like, is this really working? Am I doing this right? Am I wasting my time? All of those things. Another big challenge while meditating. So that's what this one symbolizes. This one is about not clinging to visions or ideas that you have while meditating, but practicing letting that go, which is really hard for me because I've had so many like productive comic ideas while meditating, and I had to let them go, and it was hard. I'm very attached to these, but literally meditating is like the only time in like my life where I get to not think about like projects and future goals. So I try to keep that in mind, and that's been helping. This is about it not being a linear growth, like you'll feel like I'm improving and you'll feel like you're going backwards. Like recently, now that the trip is coming to an end, I've been really distracted while meditating and thinking about the future and thinking about planes and thinking about everything I need to do and buy before I leave and stuff. And I was feeling like I've been getting worse again, but really like it always goes up. It just is not a linear growth. That's what this is about, and this actually has been helping me a lot, this thought. And here's a couple more illustrations about being present and having a grateful heart in your life, taking care of your body, doing stretches, drinking enough water, eating clean meals, and doing yoga in between sessions, and slowly watering your practice every day a little bit until it grows super big. I think these are like some of my favorite illustrations, all three of them. That was a really good day, and I was really like feeling warmed up at this point and familiar with the character. I don't know if you can tell. Here's an illustration of the temple up there, and this is about sharing blessings with the world, like loving kindness technique. And here's a couple more illustrations that I just did yesterday about the different arm positions that you can do while meditating, for example. And then yesterday as well, there was a big day of illustrating the cover, which, oh my god, I'm so happy with this one. I'm so glad that I'm happy with the cover, because I feel like there's so much pressure with covers and they're so important, and it's just perfect setup for me to like mess it up. But I don't know, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I took my time. I was listening to music for the first time in like 10 days since the silence meditation retreat, and I'm just happy with it, especially because of the lotus leaves, because like I said, the lotus leaf for me symbolize not only like a big symbol of Buddhism, obviously, but my trip in Japan and Korea and everything. I just have such a love for these plants, and I'm glad I got to put them basically at the end of this book, at the end of my sketchbook. It's kind of a beautiful little closing chapter for me, so that made me very happy. All that is left now is basically I'm meeting another nun in about 30 minutes. We're going to scan all of these and email them to me, and then just on the bus ride back, or maybe in a cafe in Seoul, or on the plane, or just in the upcoming next days, I'll be editing them on my iPad, cleaning them up a little bit, changing, tweaking little things, and send them to the head nun to put in the final book. So it all kind of wraps up perfectly with the end of the trip. I have a couple more illustrations to get to do for this place when I'm back home. And yeah, it's just, I'm really grateful for this experience. I'm really grateful that I could prove to myself that this is something that I can do, and this is something that I know how to appreciate and enjoy now. And yeah, like I said, it makes me very hopeful for all opportunities coming in the future, in this new chapter. I'll be flying home in 3 days. So one more day in Seoul, and then I'll be flying back to the US to see my sister for my 27th birthday. Our 27th birthday, we're twins. So overall, it all feels like a beautiful end to one chapter, and exciting start to a new one. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thanks for always being interested in the kind comments and everything. They mean a lot. And yeah, I hope you have a happy art making experience today as well. Love you. Bye bye.